What's good, you guys? It's your boy Ben Mahari here, represent Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Hope y'all having a good evening thus far. Hope y'all been staying safe out there. Hope y'all staying warm, especially here in Minneapolis because we got hit with some snow again. But thankfully, it wasn't as bad as the last previous snowstorms that we had. So, it is what it is. But I wanted to talk about the whole situation, what's been going on with Ja Morant lately. And I gotta say, this kid can't help himself for getting himself into the news a lot of the time. Um, so far, the details have been about the story is about in relations to the weapon incident when he flashes a pistol on IG, and I think people have been having a bit of a problem with it after the last few days about been what going on, and we all can address the fact that he's also had some off the court stuff, especially the fighting incidents with the teen or stuff like that. So I'm not going to go too deep into that, but I just want to give my overall thoughts on both of those situations and try to combine it as a whole. Here's the problem that I'm seeing with here. Ja Morant right now, in my personal observation, he has to start realizing that he's now an NBA player and he is being put on a high pedestal right now because the NBA is pushing him to the moon right now. And people are generating more relevancy to John Morant than to say to Devin Booker because John Morant is a guy that brings views and brings more attention to the league than Devin Booker. No disrespect to him. But the perception that's been going on around here lately that John Morant's mannerisms and how he conducts himself on the court is the portrayal of a street person. And I don't like that. I don't like that because that's once again it's another media driven narrative that is being attached to a lot of these, black athletes. And it's not fair and it ain't right. And it reminds me a lot of what Iverson went through. Now, I've seen people try to draw this out as more of what Kyrie went through. Here's the difference with those situations. Kyrie's situation was more media driven than anything else because all he did was just present a link to a documentary that he liked and he had some disagreements with it. But people took it the other way and tried to smear his name into the mud, thanks to the media and then Joe Tsai too of the Brooklyn Nets as well. And look how that turned out. It was a complete mess. But here, a lot of it to me was more on the lines of, self-inflicted to a certain extent, but legally he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't break any laws. And as far as the Colorado incident is concerned, there was nothing criminally he did to warrant any criminal charges at all. So I don't understand why people are going up in arms about it because a lot of times I've seen people flash their weapons on social media all the time. And most times it's led into nothing. But my issue with Ja Morant is that he just has to be more smarter and be much more aware about who he is because it's not just that alone. It's the incident that happened in Los Angeles with Shannon Sharp and Dylan Brooks that escalated. Then the Indiana incident, with the players and the coaching staff complained that one of Ja Morant's people flashed a laser at them, and they referred that it was probably a weapon. So right now, it's really a bad, situation for him, even though he didn't do anything legally wrong. But it's more on the morality, ethics part of the whole thing. I really believe that he just needs to do a better job of changing the people around him. And that's for starters. Secondly, having more awareness about what you do on social media and what you do off the court. Because at this point right now, he is in his fourth year in the league, and right now he's about 23 years old. At some point in time, all that kid glove stuff is going to be out the window when you're at a certain level of your profession, especially in basketball. Because I really like this kid. I really do. This kid has the potential to be one of the all-time great players in NBA history if he continues his trajectory. But it's these kind of things that could push him back to below the pedestal. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that from him because I want him to succeed and do very well in basketball. And this kid is so explosive, he could really make a difference. Think of it this way. He's a once in a lifetime generational talent that reminds me a lot of Allen Iverson, but more athletic. And what I mean by that is that Yes, he's a point guard, but he's more explosive than Iverson. He's more explosive and more adapting to making plays and doing a lot more things on the basketball court. That is my point. I just hope that, for Ja Morant's sake, that, he's taking his time off to try to, you know, figure out how to get this situation under control. And more importantly to that, I hope that this is a wake up call for him that if he does anything stupid from here on out, that he could lose everything within a snap of a finger. So I hope that this is a reminder for him. But that's just my 2 cents of the whole thing. I wish him all the best, and I hope that he learns from this and continues to grow and become the great player that we all know he can be. So that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And with that, I'm out. Peace.